the metric that we care about literally has nothing to do with revenue, literally has nothing to do with number. What it has to do is with lives impacted.
Let's talk about the future. Let's project ourselves in 3 years from now. So the curves have been built. We know, and I think that's a very big challenge, the product is being adopted and is being regularly used, not like other technological devices that are being bought, and after a while they are just drawers and not being used anymore. But let's assume for a moment that the journey goes well. How does the future for Mendi looks like for in 3 to 4 to 5 years?
Look, the metric that we look at, I have a chairman of the board who is a fantastic person that I trust with my life. His name is Marcus Exall. And this is the guy who I remember when I made a little bit of money. Motivation changes, that, Pierre, with time. There's different stages in life. And the way you look at things, it's a very selfish thing, but we do it based on where we are in life at that moment. And for me, a few years ago, it was all about, when you're desperate for money and you don't have money to pay the rent, it's all about money. Then when you have a little bit of money, for some people, that means they want to have more money. And when they have $1 million, they want 10. And when they have 10, they want 100. And when they have 100, they're thinking, oh, why does that guy have $1 billion? And why does that guy have 10 billion? And it never ends. For other people, it's different. And it just becomes, I have more money than I thought I was ever going to have when I was in Costa Rica. And I have access to these incredible people, and I have access to this incredible life, which I don't feel that I deserve. I just happen to, like I said, slip on a banana peel and end up here. I was just lucky enough that I was in Stockholm and they're building these amazing things. This guy who is in London, Marcus Exall, I asked him, I have so many investors coming up to me and asking me what my investment criteria is. And I've invested in random things and I really couldn't pinpoint it. And I was like, Marcus, what is your investment criteria? And he said to me, what you do is when you find a great company, you take the founders out to dinner. And if they look the waiter in the eye, then you invest. And if they don't look the waiter in the eye, you leave it on the table. It doesn't matter if it's the next whatever. It doesn't matter if you leave $10 billion on the table. It doesn't matter because we're in the business of investing in good people that want to do good things. So the metric that we care about literally has nothing to do with revenue, literally has nothing to do with number. What it has to do is with lives impacted. And in 5 years, and this is, you can see that on our website, which we're launching soon because we're doing the website, the new website, is that what we want is by 2025 to have transformed the brain health of 10 million people. That is a very exciting journey.
Wow.
So when you talk about scaling up, yes, there are plans to scale up. And yes, I do have access to a lot of things. Yes. And I do have a leg with a lot of the big platforms and a lot of the big, health organizations and a lot of the big, a lot of the big companies, but we're focused. We're doing things one thing at a time. We're in the process of learning.
Well, I wish you to realize your plans. And there was one thing that I want to say before closing that podcast is talking to you is also an experience. I mean, you are full of energy, very positive energy. We have talked to each other before the podcast on the phone. And I really feel something different about you than with other people. So that's a very enriching experience for me too. Thank you so much for being on this podcast, Moha. Remind that you are the CEO of Mendi, a Swedish-based company that wants to change the health of the brain of millions of people.
I have really enjoyed meeting you, Pierre Nicholas, and I can't wait to host you in Stockholm.
I will come soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a very nice day.
You too.